What's going on, guys? LordKing here again, back with another Xenoverse video. What I'm going to be doing this is a very brief video in case you guys aren't aware. I just wanted to update you all on how to actually get Goku Black's clothing, Zamasu's clothing, and a little bit of almost a breakdown to the Super Souls themselves. So, obviously, you guys are probably sure and you already know, but just to cover it anyway for those who don't and wanted to find out a bit easier, to get both of their sets of clothes, well, first of all, if you do the Future's Greatest Hope, you can get Future Mai's clothes, Future Mai's hat, and then the Super Soul you can't win, which I can go over a little bit later. Then if you do Doppelganger's Dispute, you can get Goku Black's clothes, 2 Super Souls, and then a fateful fight with Deity, however you want to pronounce it. You can get Zamasu's clothes and the two Super Souls with Goku Black's Super Black Kamehameha Rose. So now basically the thing that when I did it myself, the problem is obviously, well, I'm sure again you guys probably know, you don't actually get all the sets of clothes straight away if you do it. So it's just a matter of kind of doing it again and again until you kind of get the luck of the draw. It took me quite a few attempts until I actually managed to even get just the full set. Simply because I was doing Doppelganger Dispute numerous amounts of times, and it kept giving me Goku Black's trousers or his boots. So I personally found the top was the hardest to get, but obviously it all depends. So it can be almost a little bit of a grind, but it kind of it's very doable. So let's go over the Super Souls. So first we have I Like You Better When You're Mad, which is you can get on a Fateful Fight with Deity, which is Goku Black's Super Soul. So basically when your guard is broken, it shortens the time of your guard break and also restores ki. So shortening the time of guard break means obviously your guard break won't be as long, and that's a medium effect on that, and in restoring ki, which obviously comes with it, is a large effect on that. So the next up we have I Really Do Love Being Immortal. So sorry, that is Zamasu's Super Soul. Now this is arguably the most, not overpowered, but people are kind of claiming it could be the most overpowered especially for things like quests and expert missions. Basically when you're KO'd, and this always works in brackets when you're KO'd and always, it activates an automatic revival gauge recovery. So when you're resurrected, then always it reduces health restored. So I don't think the amount of health that's restored isn't too much, but basically once you're KO'd, or maybe if someone else is KO'd, automatically you start reviving. So there is never, it could be the most overpowered thing when it comes to doing parallel quests and things like that, simply because again, if you can't really die, it is Zamasu. If you die, you get revived incredibly quickly. So now moving on to the next Super Soul, we have Bojack's, which is Now Give Your Father a Message for Me. It's basically a very short amount of time after the battle starts, you get a boost to your normal attacks, and now that is an XL effect on that, so your normal attacks will be boosted quite a fair bit. Then we have You Can't Win, which is Ultimate Gohan Super Soul. I'm not massively sure why they added this one and the other one into this, but we'll go over it anyway. So Ultimate Gohan Super Soul, once after Potential Unleash activates, so this is all in brackets, then temporarily boosts all attacks, which is a large effect, and temporarily boosts stamina recovery speed, which is a medium effect. So after your Potential Unleashed activates, you can get a boost to all attacks and a boost to stamina recovery, which are both temporary. The boost to attacks is large effect, and the boost to stamina recovery is a medium effect. So now finally on to the last Super Soul, which is which is Kid Buu's Super Soul. So now this only works if you're in a purified mode. So I think a lot of people have been almost crying for finally to get a purified sort of Kid Buu, a good sort of Super Soul to use on your margin characters. So now if you did want that, here it is. So once you're in your purified mode with your margin character, you get a boost to normal attacks, which is an XL effect. It reduces damage taken from all attacks, which is the large effect, and then activates Ki Auto Recovery mode, which to me sounds very almost not OP, but it's an incredibly good Super Soul to have if you are a margin character. I wouldn't mind having it on every single character, to be honest. Boosting all normal attacks by XL, reducing damage taken from all attacks large, and activates Ki Auto Recovery mode, which sounds some very good effects there. So that is basically all the Super Souls, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. As I mentioned, if you do want to get all the clothes, then you basically have to just keep redoing the missions until until you basically get them all. It's almost like the Dragon Balls. It's a luck of the draw. Sometimes you'll get a Dragon Ball, sometimes you won't. It's in those parallel quests. It's just keep doing it and keep grinding it until you get all the sets of clothes. Obviously, the Goku Black clothes are probably the most desired thing at the moment, and the Zamasu one's coming to a close second. Future Mai's clothes, I'm not really too sure if anyone wants them, but go get them anyway just to complete the game. Obviously, Super Black Kamehameha Rose, the move comes with this quest as well. A fateful fight with Daisy, which is the final one. Both these quests are relatively easy. I think they take about between 8 to 9 minutes for me to do personally. So again, you should be able to all do it fairly easily with your own characters or whichever ones you use. Right, that's basically it, guys. Stay tuned a bit later on. I'm going to do a small little another tip video on how to level up a little bit quicker. A small thing that myself and a few other people have noticed online. So stay tuned for that. And as always, guys, like, share, and subscribe. I've been LordKing. Thank you very much.